What's up, guys? Inigami here. Let's go through the Neo Killer Coliseum on the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Over here we have the shooter, slasher, fighter, and zero stamina versions. The zero stamina version of Killer is limited to characters of cost 50 and less, so you can't use legends on it. It's also very difficult, but the reward is a almighty book that you can use several times. Remember that it's not restricted by time, it's only restricted by number of runs, so you can run it a total of 7 times per day for each one. There's also the 30 stamina version, which you can absolutely farm. It's way easier than any of these, and the 30 stamina version actually does not have as many restrictions. So, the shooter version, actually not bad. We're going to be using a Magellan friend captain, and the subs, the only thing you really have to worry about here is make sure that you have all the colors included. Golden Pound Usopp and a Magellan drone are great. Kizaru is nice as a captain because he boosts our health, and that's really all that matters. So you can actually use any shooter captain here, a double health, double attack captain, or like somebody who boosts recovery or someone who heals at end of turn. That's great. Giola and Perona are just damage reducers. They are 100% replaceable by anybody who heals or reduces damage taken. All great. So the first 3 stages are going to be your regular Coliseum stages. Nothing fancy and schmancy about those. These girls will, I want to say despair off the top of my head, but the guys in the back for sure, these guys will actually skip their first attack and will bind somebody. So you can leave one of them, take a bind from one of them if you need to stall. We're going to be using our Kizaru to reduce our specials. The only special we need is Magellan special going into stage 3. So we actually barely need to stall at all. And then we don't need any other special until we get to Killer. Although we can't use Giola on the first hit of Kid. And then you can also use Giola again whenever you get into Killer. But it's totally unnecessary. I think actually by the time Giola is ready again, you will have already killed Killer, and Killer will be on his knees ready for you. Ready to accept your poison. And actually, we should be able to poison Killer twice, which will be fun to do for absolutely no reason. You normally can't stack Toxic. Like if I have Legend Magellan Toxic on, I can't use my own Magellan Toxic. But you can absolutely stack Toxic and a regular poison. So you can use the stage 1 Magellan poison and Toxic poisons together for basically no reason. Killer and Kid are going to do preemptive health cuts. So we can't use a multi-turn special like Perona to reduce it. They did flat damage, then we could reduce that damage, but since they're not flat damage, we're not going to be able to. And my Magellan special is ready. That's all I need. Get into here. He's going to cut our health on the first attack. Kid here has 2.3 million hit points. He's going to have debuff protection for 4 turns. He's also going to have resilience for 4 turns. But thanks to our Magellan friend captain, poison or toxic, it's going to kill him before he attacks us when he boosts his attack. Don't attack him. And the reason we don't want to attack him is because if we attack him, he will... if we attack him and we get him below 30%, then he'll attack us for 10,000, which, although isn't deadly, is definitely not desirable. So I'm going to use that special. I'm also going to use my Kizaru to start rewinding those specials and looking for recovery orbs whenever we can. Make sure we don't actually let Magellan Toxic or Magellan end of turn damage hit him, or let our regular attacks hit him. That Giola will reduce that first attack. Take some hits. He attacks every turn for 4,300. That first attack, by the way, he is always going to be a health cut and then give you all badly matching orbs. On turn 4, he's going to boost his attack up to 6,500, and below 30% he attacks for 10,000. Gives you badly matching, badly matching bomb orbs and stuff like that. But he'll die here before he gets to hit us, thanks to how fast Legend Magellan's poison ramps up. And you never have to attack again. All we're going to be doing Like, with how much health we have, we actually can just pass every single turn. You can also look for more recovery orbs if you need it. Killer is going to cut our health. We're going to use Magellan to poison him. And then we're just going to start passing the turns. We're good. We're basically done now. End of turn health cut. Magellan poison is going to start ticking away. You can use Perona to take a hit. This is Fortnite Perona, reduces damage by 50% and heals at the end of the turn. Not really necessary even, but just a nice way to give us more health if we ever needed it. Golden Pound Usopp, because he is absolutely delayable. And you're done. Now, he should attack us one more time before he dies. But as long as you've got some heal return, you actually don't even need level 5 heal return with this team. Just some heal return is going to be good enough. Our Legend Magellan's back up again, but we can't use it, so... yeah. We could actually use it for the heal return, right? We won't talk to him again, but you can use it for heal return. Our own Magellan poison is going to ramp up. Should be doing almost. He should have a sliver of health left. Yeah, if you actually attack him, you can actually kill him a turn earlier than I am right now. And there's our Gila special, which we don't even get to use because he's gonna die twice before we attack him again. Well, look, we're even at full health. So he dies, he revives, he is going to lower our attack for 3 turns. He's also going to boost his attack, and he's also going to get, he's going to double his attack. He's going to lower our attack by a butt ton, which doesn't even matter because he has a 99 turn barrier. And he also has delay prevention for 1 turn. I want to use a special. Don't tell me I can't use a special. There we go. For some reason, it likes to tell you, hey, you can't do that. But if you use it again, it works. There. Now we poisoned him twice. And the poison is still there, and it rolls over, and he dies because he has 300,000 hit points. Super easy team. I come out at full health. You don't need heal return. Take him down. There's a regular attacking team right after this, too, and maybe some rare recruit teams. On the slasher version of Killer, or Kid actually on the Killer fight, is going to give us a small attack and orb boost. It's going to be a really, really small, like a 1.1 times attack and orb boost whenever we get into his stage. So using Adventure Mode Cavendish is great, or regular Cavendish if you have him, because he will clear our positive buffs, which means he will get rid of that tiny 1.1 times attack boost and orb boost, and give us the 1.75 times boost instead. We're going to be using a team with a bunch of slasher-driven characters, so it's half a driven, well, it's basically a driven team with slasher-driven characters. My specials are terrible. You could use Moria to help kill Kid. What you could do is you could burst using Cavendish special and then finish it off using Moria special after that. And we're actually going to be stalling till Shiryu's special mostly, because Shiryu's special is going to help us take some hits on Killer once we get there, because Killer is going to have 3 turns of percent damage reduction, which we really want to avoid if at all possible. Don't forget your Cavendishes heal you. So on this early stage, you can actually stall a whole lot just by letting your Cavendish heal you. Thanks, Cavendish. I actually only have level 4 heal per turn. I don't even have level 5 heal per turn. So you can get almost 3,000 healing if you have full recovery orbs on Cavendish and have a level 5 heal return. Really, really good captain. I also don't have any cooldown reduction on this team. Oh well. Or no, like, cooldown reducers. But it's okay, it's not really important. Stage 2, Stage 3, all regular stages. These guys in the back row, don't forget if they survive on turn 2, they'll rewind your Dex specials. Which is annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. Take them out. We won't be using Shiryu until we get into Kid. So we're almost at the point where we're ready to go. And we're only going to be using Moria special as orb manipulation, basically, at this point. Just because his special is so long. What you could do is take a hit from Kid, is take the health cut, and then do even more damage to him on the second turn using Cavendish special to get him down to 1 health. And then after that, you take the hit from him, and then use Moria to finish him off. If you do that using a special like the Coded Sunny to take that 10,000 damage hit, make it only a 5,000 damage hit, will be very, very nice. Let's see if we get another Dex orb. Yeah? Nah. So Kid now will have a good hit barrier for 1 turn instead of the perfect hit barrier. It's only 1 turn though, just 1 hit good. There's the tiny attack boost. You can see here that basically doesn't do very much for us. Going to attack him. We're just going to do the same strategy against Kid, just like most of the other times. Just get him kind of low. This turn we're going to just look for some better orbs. Remember to keep him above 30% health if you're not going to be taking big damages from him. And don't forget to thank Cabbage for the heals. If you hit perfects with Cabbage, we're not low enough health. If your Cabbage is fully limit broken, if you're below 40% health and you hit a perfect with Cabbage, then you're gonna heal. One more turn, I want to look for a matching orb here. Don't forget that Cavendish also makes your badly matching orbs into matching orbs. So badly matching orbs will also count. There we go, that's nice. And here we use 1 Cavendish special. And then we kill Kid. We should have way more damage necessary to kill Kid. In fact, I'm going to hit the grate here to heal. Take him out. Tons of damage. Enough damage to kill him at full health. And on Killer's going to cut our health preemptively. We're going to use Shiryu mostly to get 50% damage reduction for 3 turns. And then we're going to attack him for the next few turns. Once we get to turn, once this gets down to like a 1 turn, then we're gonna just look for some better orbs. We're mostly looking for recovery orbs more than anything else. Get that heal. That's all we want to do is survive. Looking for some recovery orbs. Now we want some... We don't want to use Zoro next turn. I want to look for badly matching orbs or Dex orbs. Because we're going to be using Doflamingo just to move our orbs around. We're going to be using Cavendish's boost, though. Let's get rid of these Tandem orbs. Doot. We still even can take a few more hits if we need to. Like, there's no boost here, so let's take another hit. It's not really in a rush. Let's just look for Dex orbs. Let's get rid of Cavendish orbs, too. Dex or Strength orbs. And my Moria is also a matching orb. Nothing? It's not super important, but it is really nice to have 2 Dex orbs. Just 1 Dex orb should be enough. But we got the extra health, might as well use it. There we go. So we'll move this, we'll move that. We'll use Cavendish. That'll give us a bunch of matching orbs. And we'll use Moria for another matching orb. Attack with 3 the same color, so that way Cavendish will give you an even larger boost. And he's dead without even having to use that last Dex orb. He revives, and upon revive, he will paralyze. I got halfway between paralyze and paralysis. Paralyze your entire team for 2 turns. Has a 1-hit good barrier. Using Zoro will get rid of the paralysis. Then we just hit 1 good. And then the Zoro boost and double Dex matching orbs will take out the killer, no problem. And finally, versus the fighter version. The fighter version, of course, lets us use Legend Lucy, and why would you ever not use Legend Lucy, right? The fighter version will lower our chain where we get into Killer, and Kid is going to give us lots of quick orbs, which basically means he's going to give us matching orbs every single turn, thanks to Lucy Friend Captain. So we're basically guaranteed matching orbs whenever we get into Kid. Kid still does the rest of the same things, avoid his 30%. Turn 4 is whenever he uses, whenever he gets his resilience going away. You can use a better ship like a Coated Sunny ship or a fighter ship, absolutely. But what would be the fun in that? Let's just use Lucy. Don't forget, with Lucy, your damage goes down very, very quickly if you don't hit 3 perfects in a row. Just make sure you hit those 3 perfects in a row. Not just 3 perfects, but 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter what we do here. Both of these characters will give us 3 turns of stalling. We're going to be using Kizaru's special every time it's up, just to reduce our cooldowns to make this run a little bit faster. The only specials we really need are Lucy, Friend Captain, our own Coliseum Lucy, and Sabo. And we're not using our own Coliseum Lucy or Sabo until we get to Killer. We're going to be using Lucy's special whenever we kill Kid. Besides that, the last 2 characters you have in the bottom row here don't matter at all. They don't even have to be in the bottom row. They just happen to be in the bottom row for me. They don't matter. I'm using Virgo because Virgo will reduce our damage taken by 50%, which can help against the Kid. And Carrot, because Carrot gives me some dex sockets. That's it. That's the only reason I'm bringing Carrot. She's dex fighter, and she gets heal per turn sockets. She's dex fighter with heal per turn sockets. That's it. You can replace her with anyone else. Somebody who health cuts. Somebody who gives you a conditional attack boost. Someone who reduces damage taken. You can use Legend Marco for a ton of heals if you have him. That's always a great choice. And we have all our specials ready, so let's move on. 2 and 3. Our orbs we aren't too worried about. I'm already at full health. I'm not too worried about orbs because we're going to be waiting out a bunch of turns against the Kid anyways. We're going to be bursting Kid after turn 4, after his resilience buff goes away. And like I said, he is going to be giving us all blue orbs, which are going to be all matching orbs very, very soon. I do want to leave him at a relatively high health bar this time around. Since we're using Lucy's special, I don't want to accidentally kill him. So I want to use Virgo early also. Because I don't want to kill him too early. We have to hit 4 perfects with Lucy before it works. We're using that Virgo early. And one more turn. Then we use Lucy. That will give us a 1.75 times attack boost. Then we hit our perfects. That will give us a 2 times attack boost next turn. Here's his attack boost, and his resilience is gone. 1, 2, 3. Making sure not to do too much damage. And on Killer. Killer is going to have 5.1 million hit points, so a lot of health this time. The highest health of the Killers so far. He's going to reduce our chain for 2 turns. Now we have 2 times attack boost from Lucy. We're going to use our Lucy to cut his health. We're going to use Sabo to boost our damage. And Kizaru is ready up, so we might as well use it also to increase our chain once again. Hit your 3 and then finish him off. There you go. Make sure you hit those perfects. Now, after he revives, he's going to heal up to almost 400,000 hit points. He's going to lower your attack dramatically, but good news is that Sabo's special is not affected by that. And we can Garrett to boost our attack, but it doesn't really matter. Just hit 1 perfect to get rid of that barrier. And then Sabo Special is going to basically be doing all the damage to kill Killer. There you go. Killer is now blue, obviously. The rest about Killer is basically the same. Big difference in Killer now, though, is that he is his special ability, which normally on a Dex Killer changes green and blue. Let me see, where's Killer? Slasher, Striker, please. So Killer's old special does red and blue. Sorry, old Killer does red and blue specials, red and blue orbs into matching orbs. But now new Killer does red, green, and blue orbs into match orbs, and also does a 8% health cut. Ooh, all the way up to 8% health cut. He has 3 sockets, unevolved, and then when he evolves, he goes up to 4 sockets, so he does get an additional socket as well. The additional color being red, green, and blue is really, really nice. Does make him great for stuff like Bellamy raid boss. That red, green, and blue into matching. And he's definitely way easier than Kinemon Coliseum. Guys, I've been Zenigami. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all stay beautiful.